Well, last week, Wyoming rancher Ty Checketts traveled to Washington, D.C. to testify before the Senate Energy and Natural Resource Committee on the Grasslands Grazing Act. Checketts, who's also president of the Association of National Grasslands, told the committee about his ranch in eastern Wyoming and why this particular bill is so important to it.
Our operation is on the Thunder Basin National Grassland. My family and I own and operate the historic Fiddleback Ranch. We run on 65,000 acres. We run 1,000 cows. Without our permits, it would be impossible for us to ranch on this scale. Grazing on federal lands is diverse, but the laws governing it shouldn't create winners and losers. National grassland permittees have fewer rights than our friends on the BLM and National Forest lands. This inequity stems from FLPMA's final language in 1976.
Checketts said it's a very easy fix to ensure that National Grasslands permit holders are treated equally under the law.
It requires a simple change in language. Lands within National Forests with National Forest System lands. What this means for us as producers, gives us 10-year permits, priority for renewal, the preference system, written notice and opportunity to correct these issues before suspension or cancellation, 2-year notice before cancellation except in emergency. These are basic due process protections that BLM and Forest Service permittees currently enjoy. This bill simply puts national grasslands on equal standing.
Almost half the land in Wyoming is owned by the federal government, whether it's National Grasslands, BLM, or Forest Service. But because National Grasslands fall under a different authority, ranchers don't have certainty for their business.
Currently, our grazing agreements can be canceled within 30 days, 30-day notice. Imagine running a business where all you have is a 30-day guarantee. Many ranchers, such as myself, have debts. Many ranchers have obligations. We all have families to feed, cows to take care of. Think about the local economies, the schools, the hardware stores, the dealerships. Our local economies require ranching. We have to have ranching to support our rural way of life. It's the backbone of America. Some of the finest people I know are those who work every day out there taking care of our lands to make them better for generations to come.
And Checketts talked about some of the challenges that their grazing association goes through when renewing the permits.
In 2022, when with the Thunder Basin Grazing Association went to renew our permits, there was a disagreement between our friends with the Forest Service. And we were simply told that if we did not sign, that we would be trespassing. So we signed under duress. And I tell you, it's a stressful time for us. It's a stressful time for the Forest Service. Passing this bill will help us so that we have long-term sustainability.
And in testimony before the committee, Christopher French, Associate Chief of the U.S. Forest Service, compared permit renewals for Forest Service and National Grasslands and agreed a change should be made.
It's under two different statutes. Mr. Checketts is right. There shouldn't be two different standards. They should be treated the same, and we would like to administer them in the same ways.
Lastly, Ty Checketts talked about the importance that federal lands play, not just for ranchers, but rural communities across the West.
We can't afford to lose more ranchers, and ranchers can't afford to lose more AUMs. The USDA's own plan calls for no net loss of AUMs. 60% of the western beef herd grazes on federal lands. 50% of the nation's breeding ewes do as well. Department of Interior estimates $1.5 billion in direct economic impact and $8.5 billion annual in ecosystem services. National grasslands are some of the highest quality of forage available. When you can plan, you can manage better, and the land benefits.
Companion legislation in the House has passed out of the Natural Resource Committee, so the bill has some momentum. Thanks for joining us for today's report. Have a great day.